Ladies and gentlemen, we please rise for playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lake and Field here at Dickerson Stadium on the beautiful campus of West Virginia State University here on this crisp and cool Saturday afternoon as your West Virginia State University Yellowjackets look to take on the Concord Mountain Lions. And I'm Tim Zuspan here alongside Brian Wilmot. Brian, it's going to be a close game today. Both teams, we've looked at the records and the stats, but who is your player to watch today?
My player to watch for is Khalil Wilkins for the Yellowjackets. He averages 107 yards rushing a game, which is third in the conference, and he also has 8 touchdowns on the season.
My player to watch today is going to be Concord's wide receiver, but actually today he's going to be in the backfield for the Mountain Lions. Last game against Glenville State, he started at wide receiver, and the Mountain Lions a little slow in the game, and they moved him into the backfield, and Bowman was able to carry the ball 13 times for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns in one half of play.
Pretty incredible stuff there.
We're just about 4 minutes outside of kickoff as Concord's still in the locker room preparing. Concord coming into the game 1-5 overall this season, 1-5 in the Mountain East Conference. They are giving up 42.8 points a game. That's the last in the Mountain East Conference. And WVSU is third in scoring, second in rushing, and third in passing. So, Brian, what do you foresee in this game?
Well, both offenses can really get on a roll, so I expect it to be a pretty high-scoring game since both defenses struggle. So it might come down to who has the ball last.
That's a great point. I think it will definitely be a shootout today, considering West Virginia State coming off a big win last week, scoring 61 points as they got the win over Kentucky State at home for homecoming. And, that was a big pick-me-up for this West Virginia State team, playing well this season, lost a starting quarterback at the very first game, but Salcedo coming in and playing well. He's completing a lot of passes, 61% on the year, and he's doing a great job stepping up for this team.
And another thing, when Salcedo went down last week, we had our third-string quarterback come in, and he actually threw a touchdown pass too. So it's pretty eye-opening to see that we have a third-string quarterback that can come in here and throw as well as he did.
Redshirt freshman Jasper Jude coming into the game last week, performing great. He played one or two offensive sets and did an excellent job at leading that West Virginia State University team to that 61 points, which actually is second in program history here at West Virginia State. Anyhow, finally we see some Concord Mountain Lions. Looks like the captain's heading onto the field as Concord's still in the locker room with about 2 minutes till kickoff. And West Virginia State definitely pumped for this game. West Virginia State is 2-3 in the conference so far this season, 3-3 overall. So looking to get to 500 in the conference as season slowly winding down to an end.
Yeah, we saw last week Concord was actually trailing the game in the fourth quarter, 41-15, but they did score 20 straight points in a 41-35 disappointing loss.
And Brian, you bring up how last possession may be the game changer for this game. And it's a great point that you bring up about them scoring 20 points in the fourth quarter, as West Virginia State is a big fourth quarter team as we've seen so far this season. As finally we see the Concord Mountain Lions heading onto the field and the captains heading out to center field for the coin toss. West Virginia State University will be in their all-black uniforms with the gold lettering, matte black helmets with the shining gold logo of the West Virginia State University Yellowjackets. The visiting Concord Mountain Lions will be in white with maroon pants and a maroon helmet with a white Concord logo on their helmet.
Devin Bradshaw. Concord has won the toss, elected to receive. Which goal will you defend? Yep. Gentlemen, shake hands. Let's play.
And now as the captains leave midfield, seems as West Virginia State won the toss.
Any races for other players, officials from the stadium for your information.
I didn't tell.
The game officials to stop play and have campus crews confiscate the device.
And so West Virginia State will defend. I believe they won the toss as they will kick the ball off from our right to our left. And special teams head to the field along with the great kicker here at West Virginia State, Aaron Ball, as he prepares for kickoff. As Concord sends their return team onto the field. As we get ready for today's game, once again, your West Virginia State University Yellowjackets coming in 3-3 so far this season, as the visiting Concord Mountain Lions coming in a record of 1-5.
Aaron Ball set to kick off for the Yellowjackets.
And now the Yellowjackets prepare to kick off. Once again, the kicker for the Yellowjackets today, Aaron Ball.
Sims, deep receive for the Mountain Lions.
As the Yellowjackets from the right side, and the kick is up from ball, heading from our right to our left. And now Concord will receive as fighting forward. They will get to about the 30-yard line to start their first offensive set of the game. Shudley or Shepherd on the return there for Concord University. As now, Brian, we've talked about last week Aiken hurt for the Concord Mountain Lions. As now it looks
like it is Adam Fulton that's out there.
It looks like Adam Fulton will take over, as Fulton will hand the ball off to number 4,
Chris Copeland.
As Copeland will get about 2 yards and brought down here, as that'll bring up second down for the Mountain Lions.
We talked about both defenses struggling right there on the first carry of the games. The Yellowjackets seem to do a really good job closing the gaps.
Yellowjacket defense looking to improve for sure in this game, as they've struggled up to this point, Brian. As now the Mountain Lions will break the tackle. 2 receivers to Fulton's left, as the tight end in motion to the left. And the snap, and now Copeland will get it again. Copeland around the right side, brought down. There is a flag, as loss of 2, it looks like, there for Copeland. Good job by the Yellowjacket defense to read the play and to make the tackle here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty, first down.
And it looks like a face mask call there, as West Virginia takes 1 step forward and then has to take 2 steps back now, as that will bring up second down, I believe, but that'll give Concord a fresh set of downs here, as now they will continue their drive at the 42-yard line. And it looks like a little bit of confusion here between the referees, as they will converge to see what the call is. They may have got the yardages incorrect here, as they will move the ball up to the 44-yard line. And now finally the play will be underway, as Fulton in the backfield along with Copeland will hand the ball off to Copeland. Copeland with it off the left edge. Copeland still driving, as he'll get about 8 yards on that play, as he'll bring the ball down to the Yellowjacket 48-yard line.
Copeland did a pretty good job of eluding his defenders there, juking and getting space for about 8 yards there. It's pretty good running there.
Dylan Bryan will check into the game for the Mountain Lions at wide receiver, as the Mountain Lions sticking to the run game so far, as now it will be 2nd and 2 for the Mountain Lions as they break the huddle. Now 3 men in the backfield, as the Yellowjackets will run a zone here, as Copeland outside the right edge will get about 3 yards, and that will give the Mountain Lions a first down as they stick to the run. So 3 first downs here for the Mountain Lions, as now they will continue their drive on the 43rd-yard line.
That'll be a Mountain Lion first down.
Some pretty good blocking on the offensive end too for the Mountain Lions, giving Copeland all the space that he needs.
Offensive line for the Mountain Lions doing a good job so far against this West Virginia State defensive line. Now as 3 men in the backfield again for the Mountain Lions. 2 receivers to Fulton's left, 1 to his right. And the handoff this time will go to Kevin Moss, as Moss outside the left edge, still pushing forward as he'll get the first down and finally be brought down at the 40-yard line. So the Mountain Lions using an array of tailbacks now, as Copeland and Moss have run the ball, as that will bring up another Concord first down, as they are now on the 30-yard line of the Yellowjackets.
And we talked about this before the game, how their running game has struggled offensively. But right now, they're having their way against the defense of the Yellowjackets.
Continuing to move the ball upfield as the Mountain Lions break the huddle. Fulton has struggled going to the air, so sticking to the run game now. Has 2 men in motion. And again, as State showing blitz, as Copeland gets it, a missed tackle in the backfield, and finally Copeland will be brought down for about a 2-yard pickup. That'll move the Mountain Lions to the 28-yard line and bring up second down.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that he has a 32% pass completion rating, which is definitely not the best you could possibly want. So it's really no shock that they've stuck to the run game here.
Fulton was only 5 for 15 passing last week with 71 yards and 3 interceptions with no touchdowns, so definitely sticking to the run game here. Copeland in the backfield with Fulton, 1 man in motion. Fulton takes a snap and another handoff here to Copeland. Copeland trying to run it up the gut, dives forward for extra yardage, and will get about 2 on that one, as that will put them on the West Virginia State University 26-yard line, but it will bring up third down here for the Yellowjackets. As a time for the defense to shine here, Brian, as maybe forcing Fulton to go to the air to bring up a first down now, as we'll see what attack plan the Mountain Lions have here. Copeland still in the backfield with Fulton. Has a tight end and 2 receivers to his right now as the tight end in motion. Copeland in motion will go out to the slot, and Fulton will throw a ball across the middle as it looks to be close to a first down as he connects with it looks to be his tight end.
And it is enough for a first down there, but that's the problem you get when you continuously run the ball. You will have third and long situations, but that time, first pass of the game, he finds his tight end wide open.
So that'll bring up a first down, and that pass was completed actually to number 15, the wide receiver, Brandon Plyler, as now it is first down here for the Mountain Lions as they continue to march up the field. 2 receivers on either side of Fulton. Copeland in the backfield, 1 man in motion now, as Copeland will throw out to Moss. Moss with it, pushing forward and stopped here as it looks maybe a yard here for Moss. And that'll bring up second down for the Mountain Lions.
Trying to mix it up here when you get in the red zone, running the ball and play action pass. Try to keep the Yellowjacket defense on their toes.
Exactly what it seems they're trying to do now as they've gone to the run and a couple short passes. So Fulton doing a good job of quarterback. He's got 2 completions so far. As Copeland in the backfield again with Fulton, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And Plyler in motion. And the handoff there to Copeland. Copeland struggling and finally rolls forward for about 2 yards. You know, Copeland, a little guy, but he's doing a great job so far. He seems to be always running downhill as he gets about 3 yards on that pickup. That'll bring up another third down here and another chance in the red zone for the Yellowjackets to get a big stop.
But again, it's third and long, so it's a probable passing situation, and you would have to think that the Yellowjackets will be ready for it.
Now Mountain Lions break the huddle as 2 receivers on either side of Fulton. Now Yellowjackets seem to be in zone here. Fulton will elect to go short pass here to Copeland. Copeland not getting a block and brought down there. That looks to be number 49, Charles Oakley, as that'll bring up fourth down for the Mountain Lions.
What a great tackle there by Oakley.
Good tackle as now the kicking unit will be onto the field, along with number 42, Luke Walls, the freshman for the Mountain Lions here to see if they can get some sort of points out of this drive. And the snap, and there's a flag on the play as the kick is short, no good, but it looks to be encroachment on the Yellowjackets or a false start. Not sure which line moved first.
Field goal's no good. Offsides, defense, number 98, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So an offside penalty here on the Yellowjackets as that'll move the Mountain Lions up 5 yards and put the Mountain Lions closer for the kick, as Luke Wall's first kick was very short to the left as he'll line up to kick again.
I'm not sure if that last one was blocked at all, or maybe he just left it short.
And the kick is up and good this time, as 3 points here for the Concord Mountain Lions. It's not a fruitless drive as they were able to get 3, as now we will get to see this powerful and potent Yellow Jacket offense here on this set. And Brian, your player to watch, Khalil Wilkins. Khalil having a great season again this year. And what do you expect to see out of him this first drive?
I expect him to obviously give him the ball and run through everybody like he has all season.
We're going to take a quick break here in Institute. We'll be right back after these messages. Come back with us.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
All right, welcome back here this crisp, cool Saturday afternoon here in Institute, as the West Virginia State Yellowjackets looking to start their first possession in this first quarter of play. The Concord Mountain Lions leading 3-0 today, as they were able to get a field goal on their first possession. And Brian, you were talking about Khalil Wilkins before the break, looking for him to have a big game today, as it looks like he will not head out for the kick return, as Lucas and Garmin going to be the kick returners here for the Yellowjackets. And Garmin having a huge week last week, a 94-yard kick return for a touchdown for the Yellowjackets, as that led the MEC in kick return yardage last week, as the Yellowjackets were able to get that big win over Kentucky State for homecoming.
Yeah, excuse me. Garmin really came out of nowhere last week. They gave him a lot of looks on the offensive end, running the football too, as well as checking the ball down to him. So he racked up all kinds of yardage last week.
Walls to kick for the Mountain Lions from our left to our right, as the ball is up into the Yellow Jacket hands, as the Yellow Jackets will be brought down at the 35-yard line, as that kick was returned there by Markeith White. The Yellow Jackets is now the offensive unit will head onto the field with Salcedo and Wilkins.
See if they give him the ball on the very first play. I think that they might just do that.
Wilkins, such a great running back, always runs downhill and always falling forward for yardage, and just a really stout guy now, as Wilkins in the backfield here with Salcedo. Wilkins with it. Wilkins pushing forward, still on his feet, still going, breaks free, as he will get about 7 yards. And Brian, we were just talking about it. Khalil Wilkins is just such a great running back, so hard to defend, as he gets about 7 yards there for the Yellow Jackets, as that'll bring up second down and short.
I mean, he had 5 or 6 Mountain Lions on top of him, and he still managed to spin out of it and get positive yardage, which he always seems to do no matter who he's playing.
Yellow Jackets looking to take advantage of this great field position, starting their possession. Salcedo with Wilkins in the backfield, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Salcedo takes the snap and another handoff to Wilkins. Wilkins pushing forward, gets the first down and a little extra. It's finally brought down at the Mountain Lion 49-yard line. First down for the Yellow Jackets.
Now, granted, it's not just the ability of Wilkins to break free, it's also the offensive line blocking for him, which they've done an excellent job on these first 2 plays.
Offensive line has been a little shaky so far this season, but the first 2 plays, they've looked great now. As 3 receivers to Saucedo's left, one to his right. Another handoff here to Wilkins. Wilkins with a big hole, pushing forward. He's still on his feet, down to the 25-yard line, finally tripped up. Has huge yardage already for Khalil Wilkins as he gets them into the red zone and a first down. Now as Garmin will check into the game here for Wilkins as he will get a much-deserved breather.
Offensive line again, right off of the snap, pushing them back, opening up a huge hole for Wilkins. And you don't even want Wilkins to have a small hole to go through. He's just that dangerous.
Another handoff. Garmin around the right edge gets about 5 yards there as he's finally brought down at the Mountain Lion, about the Mountain Lion 18. A few players tangled up. That'll bring up second down here for the Yellowjackets. The Yellowjackets not yet going to the air, but no need to. The run game is working very well as Zach Pate checks into the game for the Yellowjackets. Pistol formation, Pate in motion as Saucedo gets the snap and he fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Dump pass there to Garmin, but Garmin's got all the left side of the field as he'll easily walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Great play there for West Virginia State as they will be the first to score a touchdown in this game.
And again, I had alluded to how Garmin was used last week as a check down receiver, and that's exactly what happened here.
Excellent play call by the West Virginia State University offense as they made a huge play right there with the fake, left the whole left side of the field open as Garmin was easily able to waltz into the end zone. It's now ball to kick the extra point here for the Yellowjackets as his kick is up and good, as that will make it 7-3. Yellowjackets lead this one. 5:19 still remaining in the first quarter as 1 possession, 1 touchdown. Just such a great and efficient West Virginia State University offensive possession there as they were able to march down the field and get the touchdown.
You can almost call that a flawless drive. I mean, only 1 pass, which went for 21 yards, and then of course you had Wilkins gaining about 35 to 40 yards on the drive alone. Just excellent balance.
Very efficient, Brian, as West Virginia State always gaining yards on each play, and most 10 or more on each play as we see the touchdown here by Garmin as it looked like a fake screen to the right, which left the whole left side of the field open. As you see there, Garmin untouched walks into the end zone as West Virginia State will kick this one following the touchdown.
Yeah, Concord's first drive lasted almost 8 minutes. See what happens here as they go back on the offensive end.
Ball on to kick for the Yellowjackets as the kick returners for the Mountain Lions will be DeJuan Pierce and Chadlier Shepard.
You think that's French, Tim?
I'm going to go with no. And finally, the special teams unit will head onto the field for the Yellowjackets. And Brian, this is one of the first days so far this year that it's really felt like football weather. Mentioned it several times. Crisp, cool, about 50 degrees here in Institute, and just a perfect day for football. And the cold definitely did not keep the fans away. Great fan base for the Mountain Lions and a great home fan base for the Yellowjackets. And just an all-around great day for football here on this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, compared to last week for homecoming, it was around 90 degrees. And it was just miserable outside, but everybody showed their support, which was amazing to see, and it's even better to see this week when it's about 50 degrees.
Ball's kick is up and into the hands of number 23, Chadlier Shepard. Chadlier still on his feet running and finally brought down at the 45-yard line. So a huge pickup here for Shepard as about a 30-yard return for the Mountain Lions as they will have excellent field position to start their offensive possession.
Yeah, Shepard faked the lateral on the opposite end of the field, and he kept going. It looked like it fooled the special teams of the Yellowjackets there.
Returned the ball on the right side of the field and ran all the way to the left side, up the left sideline for a 30-yard pickup now, as Fulton a single set in the backfield now. As now a man in motion. Fulton will get it and hand the ball off here to, looks like number 31, still fighting for yards and brought down at about the 50-yard line. As that is Isaiah Bowman, as he is getting some time in at tailback. And we brought up earlier, Brian, how he stood out in the backfield last week for the Mountain Lions. He only touched the ball 13 times for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns in one half of play, as he picks up about 6 yards there. As now on second down, the Mountain Lions will continue their drive on the Yellowjacket 49-yard line. Bowman and Fulton in the backfield. As another handoff to Bowman, a Yellow Jacket defender squeaks through, as that's going to be a loss of 4 yards. As a big tackle there by number 49, Charles Oakley, defensive end. That's a great tackle there for a loss of 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Mountain Lions, and a time for the Yellow Jackets defense to shine. They were able to get the stop last possession, force the Mountain Lions to a field goal.
Real quick, Charles Oakley's been really active on these first 2 possessions on defense, making a couple of really great tackles in the open field.
Fulton sends Bowman in motion. Fulton dropping back. Fulton looking, makes the deep throw as the ball is tipped. Incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the play.
Falls incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Fulton looked to be targeting number 15, Brandon Plyler, as now we'll get the call.
Holding, defense, number 4, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And a holding call now on the Yellow Jackets, as that will bring up a first down here for the Mountain Lions, a 10-yard pickup off the penalty. As now the Mountain Lions will get to continue their drive, as what we thought was a stop for the Yellow Jackets now is just a continuation of an offensive set, as the Mountain Lions will take over here on first down. Fulton and Bowman in the backfield. Plyler in motion at the tight end position. Fulton hands it off to Bowman. Bowman running downhill gets about 4 yards on that pickup. That'll bring up second down here for the Mountain Lions.
Bowman showing how he can be a receiver and a running back. As we said, he had over 100 yards and a half of football last week. Just a straight downhill runner.
Probably a very versatile player, considering he can play the wide receiver position and the running back, and probably an excellent player when he switches to a slot, as he will once again line up in the backfield here with Fulton. Fulton sends Plyler in motion again. And now Fulton will hand off here to Bowman. Bowman trying to get out the right side, and a big tackle here by Dustin Krauser, as he'll bring Bowman down for a loss of 2, as that'll bring up about 3rd and 9 here for the Mountain Lions.
That's exactly how you're supposed to tackle. Wrap him up and make sure that he cannot get away from you.
And it looks like they're going to mark that as forward progress, stopped at the 40-yard line. So no gain on the play, as once again 3rd and 7 here for the Mountain Lions. 3 men to Fulton's left, 1 to his right. West Virginia State showing man, and now Krauser going to blitz. Krauser gets through, forces Fulton to throw. Fulton connects, and now number 14 off to the races. Tawan Pierce, as he will get the touchdown here for the Mountain Lions, as what looked to be an inevitable sack by Krauser quickly turns into a quick 6 here for the Mountain Lions, as Fulton connected with Pierce for the touchdown.
Screenplay worked to perfection for Tawan Pierce there. excellent blocking down the field, sprung him free for a wide open run to the end
Ball's
zone.
on to attempt the extra point.
And now Wall's on for the extra point for the Mountain Lions. As his kick is up and good. As that'll make it 10-7, Mountain Lions with the lead. As great job by Fulton on that to keep his composure, as he definitely saw the linebacker, Dustin Krauser, big kid, 6'2", 236 pounds coming at him, and was able to keep his composure and complete that to Pierce for the touchdown. As now he leads his team to a 10-7 lead. As we'll take a quick break here and institute. Your Yellow Jackets are behind 7-10 to the visiting Concord Mountain Lions. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California and I chose state
because I wanted a small school.
It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want. I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist. Once you choose state,
you're gonna love state.
Find your passion
at wvstateu.edu.
And welcome back here to Lake and Field at Dickerson Stadium. Concord Mountain Lions leading by a score of 10-7 with 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. As Walls is on to kick for the Mountain Lions. Pate to receive deep for the Yellow Jackets.
This is what we expected to see. Both teams scoring on each of their possessions so far. Concord, of course, answering again. So, shootout for sure, probably.
Wall's kick hits the ground. Pate able to pick it up. Pate pushing forward as he'll be brought down at about the 21-yard line. It looks like a big scuffle here between the Yellow Jackets and the Mountain Lions. No flag, though, so anyhow, West Virginia State will take over at their own 21-yard line. Has great offensive possession last time they had the ball. We talked about how efficient and flawless, as you said, the offense was on that one, as Khalil Wilkins with some big pickups and Salcedo with a great pass to Garmin, as the Yellow Jackets will set up in the pistol formation. Salcedo with the handoff to Wilkins. Wilkins with a small hole weaves through and able to get about 5 or 6 yards on that play, as that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, if Wilkins would have been able to break that tackle, he might still be running.
Wilkins with some big yardage already here in this first quarter of play. Still in the pistol formation, Salcedo gets it, and another handoff here to Wilkins. Wilkins off the right side. Wilkins still on his feet and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line on Concord's sideline, as that'll be a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Again, you have to credit this offensive line blocking the way that they need to and giving him all the space that he needs.
And now Lucas will check in for Wilkins, as State looks to still be in the pistol formation, as Salcedo gets the call from the sideline and calls it out to his line. As two receivers to Salcedo's right. Pate in motion now, so he'll go to the left side here. Salcedo fakes the handoff. Salcedo rolling, dropping back, throws a ball across the middle for Burdett, and that pass will fall incomplete. As A.J. Burdett, the intended receiver there, as that pass will fall incomplete and bring up second down here for the Yellow Jackets.
That was Charlier Shepard on the defensive coverage there. Did an excellent job making sure he was looking at the ball instead of just going after the receiver.
2nd and 10 now. Yellow Jackets still in the pistol. 3 linebackers for the Mountain Lions, as Salcedo will hand the ball off to Lucas. Lucas with a hole pushing forward to about the 49-yard line. And now that will bring up 3rd and 4 for the Yellow Jackets.
This is the type of play here that third and 4, you can do whatever you want, really. It's kind of in the middle ground, so you don't know if it's going to be a run or a pass.
Now Saucedo will drop back into the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Lucas in the backfield with him as he takes the snap and dropping back to pass. Under pressure, throws across the middle, and pass almost caught but knocked incomplete there by number 3, Jaquil Sarim of the Mountain Lions, as that pass was intended for Terrell Henderson of the Yellowjackets, as that'll bring up 4th down and send the kicking unit on for the Yellowjackets.
Brings up 4th down and 3 for Yellowjackets.
Compared to that first offensive series, Concord did an excellent job on the defensive end this time.
Ball's punt is up as it will go to the 20-yard line, rolling and taking several Yellowjacket bounce, as it will be picked up here and marked down on the 6-yard line of the Mountain Lions. So right where the Yellowjackets want the punt, as the Mountain Lions will take over deep in their own field, as that'll be the end of the first quarter, as we'll take a quick break here and institute. Your Yellowjackets are trailing by a score of 7-10 by the visiting Concord Mountain Lions. We'll take a quick break. Come right back with us.
Savannah Rega. Faith Coleman. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a silver camera SC.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hardworking multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians, those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name, and those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University, and if this is you, you're one of us.
Welcome back as we flip fields, as the Mountain Lions have started their possession, as the handoff there to Copeland brings up about a yard, as now it will be 2nd down, as a great punt by Ball has forced the Mountain Lions back deep into their own territory, as now this will bring up 2nd and 10 here for Concord.
I think the Yellowjackets are getting accustomed to the running attack of the Mountain Lions right now.
Fulton in the backfield with Bowman. As the handoff there to, number 24, Josh Maxwell, will be snubbed for about, looks like no gain on the play. That will bring up 3rd and 10 deep in Concord territory. That's a big chance for the Yellowjackets to get a stop and get the ball back in great field position. As now with 3rd and 10, you wonder what the Yellowjackets are going to do on defense.
Well, we saw them bring pressure on the last 3rd down and sprung the receiver wide open for a touchdown. So
Fulton with it. Fulton dropping back into the end zone to pass. Under pressure and wrapped up, as that looks like it will. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line, as now that will bring up 4th down for the Concord Lions, and they will be forced to punt, as a great tackle there for the Yellowjackets, as they were able to snuff out that possession and force the Mountain Lions to punt, as Pate will be the receiver here for the Yellowjackets.
I think at the very generous spot, it looked to me like he was tackled in the end zone. So I'm not really sure. Nonetheless, great effort.
Fulton back to punt, as Fulton's punt is up. Good punt. Pate to receive it at about the 40. Now to the 30 and tripped up, still on his feet to the 25, and finally brought down at about the 23-yard line as the Yellowjackets will start in the red zone for their possession. As Brian, you have to wonder, with this great field position and a great kicker in Aaron Ball, the Yellowjackets are for sure, if they play this smart, going to get some points out of this possession.
Absolutely, and with the threat that you have offensively with Garmin and Wilkins, along with some great receivers in Henderson and Barrett, any play call is wide open for him.
Salcedo receiving the play from the sideline, calls it out to the line, still in the shotgun. Two receivers to Salcedo's right. Garmin in the backfield with Salcedo. As the snap and the handoff to Garmin, as Garmin will get slammed down for about a 1-yard pickup. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9 as Zach Pate will check into the game here for the Yellowjackets.
Picking Garmin up and body slamming him there. It's great job there by two Mountain Lion defensive linemen.
2nd and 9 here for the Yellowjackets on the 23-yard line. Salcedo with the snap, hands the ball off again to Garmin. Garmin pushing forward. Garmin at the 15-yard line finally stopped and piled up, and they will mark forward progress down at about the 15. And that'll bring up 1st down here for the Yellowjackets.
I don't know how some of these running backs do that, Tim. They just do not go down no matter how hard you try.
Garmin not a big guy at all, as he was able to put up quite a fight there. Only 5'8", 165 pounds, but still able to push forward against those defensive linemen, as Wilkins will check into the game here for Garmin. Wilkins not much bigger either, 5'9", 200 pounds, but definitely almost an unstoppable force in the run game. Salcedo gets a snap and hands it off to Wilkins. Wilkins with a wide edge out the right, and he will run forward for a Yellowjacket touchdown. Big run there for Wilkins. So one play, one touchdown for Wilkins on this offensive possession, as that'll give 6 points here to the Yellowjackets and will send Aaron Ball in the kicking unit on for the extra point. Great offensive set for the Yellowjackets there. They did start with excellent field position after the big defensive stop on the 1-yard line now, as Pate the holder, Ball the kicker. And the snap and the kick is up and good, as that will make it 14-10 here in Institute. Your Yellowjackets are leading. And Brian, just what we were calling for, big scoring game. Two teams that can definitely score the ball, as 14-10 with 11 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in just the second quarter of play. As now the Yellowjackets will look to kick.
And again, we both know that both defenses struggle, so this is really nothing that we weren't expecting.
We'll see the kickoff here by Ball after this quick break.
MVB Bank, your most valuable bank. Holiday Inn and Suites and Wingate by Wyndham, both located in South Charleston. Brick Street Insurance, your business, your people, you're covered. Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, the official pizza of WVSU Athletics. Tudor's Biscuit World, start your day the homemade way. Go-Mart, go for good times, go for Go-Mart. Hilliard Lyons, investment counseling to grow, protect, and manage wealth since 1854. Mullins, heating, plumbing, and cooling.
Welcome back, as the kick from Ball received here by number 23 of the Mountain Lions, as he's finally wrapped up and tackled there at the 45. The tackle made in the open field by Tavon Littleton, as Chudlier Shepard with the return, and a big pickup here as two 2 kick returns, and Shepard putting the Mountain Lions in great field position, as that was a huge return for the Concord Mountain Lions.
Yeah, Shepard is a great return man for them. He's found ways to get them in excellent field position every time he's touched the ball.
Great job so far as we see Copeland return to the backfield with Fulton of the Mountain Lions, as Fulton sends a man in motion with the snap, handoff to Copeland. Copeland with nowhere to go, slipping and falling, and a loss of 10 yards there for the Mountain Lions, as they will be pushed back to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Mountain Lions.
Almost looked like Copeland wanted to pass the ball there. I don't know if he didn't understand what was going on or if he was just getting nervous because he saw the defense coming at him.
Now the Mountain Lions will look almost for sure to the air with this 2nd and long, as Fulton done very well so far in this game passing-wise, completing much of his passing with 1 touchdown, as Fulton will fake the handoff and the pass to Plyler, as that will bring them about back to the line of scrimmage.
That was an excellent fake. I definitely thought that Copeland had the ball there.
Yeah, I called that Copeland did get the handoff. As a great fake there puts the Mountain Lions with still a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 here, as Plyler was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. As now Bowman in the backfield here with Fulton. 2 receivers to Fulton's right, 1 in motion. That'll put 3 on his right side. As once again the man in motion again, so 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Fulton with the snap, dropping back under pressure. Krauser with the big sack, as Krauser will sack Fulton deep in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down here for the Mountain Lions, and they will be forced to punt, as Pate and the special teams will come on to return for the Yellowjackets.
Yeah, the Yellowjacket defense has done a great job disguising their blitzes on when they actually want to blitz or draw back into coverage, and Krauser has done an excellent job early in this football game too.
Krauser, a big kid, 6'2", 236 pounds. As a fullback originally out of GW High School, walked on at West Virginia University, as the kick is up and to Pate. Pate with it starting at the 25, as he is getting out to about the 45-yard line. So great return there by Pate. That'll start the Yellowjackets at the 44-yard line. Back to Krauser. Krauser walked on as, I believe, a tight end or a fullback at West Virginia University, and ended up transferring to West Virginia State University and playing linebacker, and he has been excellent in this game so far. As a timeout here on the field, as they take a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout up here in the booth. Yellowjackets lead 14-10. We'll take a quick break. Join back with us.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California, and I chose state because I wanted a small school. It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want. I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist. Once you choose state,
You're gonna love state. Find your passion
at wvstateu.edu.
And welcome back here to Lake and Field at Dickerson Stadium here on this cool Saturday afternoon. Your Yellowjackets are up by a score of 14-10 with 8:51 remaining in the first half of action here, as the offense shining on both sides of the ball, both for the Mountain Lions and for the Yellowjackets. Both teams able to do pretty much at will, but so far the Yellowjacket defense has held back the Mountain Lions, held them to 1 touchdown and a field goal. In last possession, Dustin Krauser with a huge sack now, as following the punt. Yellowjackets will start the offense here. Saucedo with Wilkins in the backfield. 3 receivers out to his right. Burdette in motion, goes to the left side. The offensive line now. Pate in motion. And the snap to Saucedo as he fakes the handoff, rolling left, throws the short pass there to Pate, as Pate only going to get maybe a yard As Salcedo able to complete the pass to Pate, as they're actually going to give him 2 or 3 yards on that one, as that will bring up about 2nd and 7 here for the Yellowjackets.
Yeah, the defense was pretty much sitting back and waiting for that play. They've seen it a number of times early in this football game, so they were pretty much ready for that one.
Salcedo and Wilkins in the backfield. Defense showing zone. As Salcedo gets the snap, fakes the handoff again, looking under pressure. Rolls out to his left. He's going to keep it. And he'll pick up about 2 yards now. As knocked down on the sideline. No flag, so that will bring up about 3rd and 5 for the Yellowjackets. As surprised that Wilkins has not touched the ball so far on this possession. Been unstoppable up to this point. It's now 3rd and 5 for the Yellowjackets. Concord showing blitz and man as they bring the pressure. Salcedo under pressure, firing across to Henderson. Henderson pass complete as he will finally be dragged out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So a great pass there from Salcedo as he connects with Henderson. That'll bring up 1st down for the Yellowjackets.
Excellent job there from, Salcedo stepping up in the pocket and delivering a strike to Henderson.
Salcedo been good so far in this game now as Dylan Lucas checked into the game here for Wilkins. Now Salcedo calls for the snap. Low snap. Salcedo able to recover. Dump pass over to Pate on the left side. Pate with a good block is tripped up as he slips. And now there looks to be a flag on the play as Pate with about a 4-yard pickup. As we'll see what the call on the field is.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 35, 15-yard penalty. Half the distance to the ball. From the end of the run, 1st down.
So it looks to be possibly a late hit on the quarterback as that will bring up 1st down here for the Yellowjackets. As that will put them on about the 15-yard line, definitely within striking distance. As Salcedo in the pistol formation with Lucas in the backfield. 2 receivers to Salcedo's right, 1 to his left. As a new play call here coming from the sideline, Salcedo calling it out to the line. Defense showing man. Salcedo fakes the handoff, dropping back, throws into the corner to Burdett. Pass intended for Burdett falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Yellowjackets.
Coverage there by Jonathan Roebuck, right there in position to knock the ball away from Barrett. Excellent job.
Salcedo in the pistol, the handoff there to Lucas as he will be wrapped up, and they will finally stop forward progress as that looks to be about a loss of 2 yards. That will bring up 3rd and 12 here for the Yellowjackets as Wilkins will check back into the game.
And if you're Concord's defense right now, you're definitely expecting a pass here. See if the Yellowjackets do anything out of the ordinary.
Salcedo dropping back as he will throw to Wilkins. Wilkins almost makes the catch as they will rule it incomplete. As now that'll bring up 4th down here for the Yellowjackets. As ball and the kicking unit will head onto the field. As Mountain Lions defense able to stop the Yellowjackets in the red zone. As now the very good kicker in Aaron Ball will head onto the field, hoping to extend this lead by 7. as Pate the holder ball, the kicker. And the kick is up, and the kick is good, as very easy there for Ball as he makes it 17-10 here at Lake and Field at Dickerson Stadium as the Yellowjackets lead by a score of 17-10. So not a fruitless offensive possession there as the Yellowjackets able to get 3 as they extend their lead with 5:54 left in the second quarter of play.
So maybe it hasn't really been the shootout we expected because there have been some pretty good defensive stops on both sides. So I'd say it's been a success for really both teams.
Both teams doing pretty well on both sides of the ball. Mountain Lions able to get a stop here. The Yellowjackets have been able to get several stops as the Yellowjackets have been pretty sharp today so far, Brian, on both sides of the ball. Defense looked good, offense looking great. Has pretty good crowd out today, even with the chilly weather. As Ball in the kicking unit preparing to kick. As it looks like a little bit of a miscommunication between Coach Pennington and the referees now.
Not really sure what the issue is.
And finally, the kicking team will head out onto the field along with the receiving team. And Brian, you wonder if the Yellowjackets are going to be able to stop this kick returner for Concord, number 23, Chadlier Shepard, as he has been excellent returning the kick so far today.
Yeah, I think at this point, I would maybe try kicking away from him.
Possibly a squib or something short. Force it in the hands of someone else, as he's been putting the Mountain Lions in excellent field position every possession. As now Ball on to kick here for the Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets lining up, as we mentioned, Shepard deep to receive as Ball's kick is up, as he will kick the ball out of bounds, and so a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Well, this is interesting. They kick it away from him, and yet they're still going to get the ball at the 40-yard line.
Not exactly what the Yellowjackets intended, but anyhow, they did keep the ball out of Shepard's hands.
Out of bounds. Kicking. Will be placed at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line, excuse me.
Still good field position for the Mountain Lions, as Fulton will head onto the field with Bowman. Mountain Lions trying an array of different tailbacks so far in this game. As now the Yellowjacket defense back onto the field, performing well so far, as Fulton takes the snap and hands the ball off to Bowman. Bowman breaking through, Bowman spinning, and he'll get the first down with about a 12-yard pickup here.
Ricky Anderson.
Yeah, Bowman showing his strength and athleticism there, taking some Yellowjacket defenders with him.
Good run for Bowman, as we highlighted his play last week. 101 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 13 carries, all coming in the second half of play for the Mountain Lions. They almost made a huge comeback, scoring 20 points in the fourth quarter as they fell to Glenville 41-35. As now they're trailing 17-10 here in the second quarter of play, as a snap, as it looks like it's going to be on the Yellowjackets. A defensive lineman moved, as now we'll see what the call on the field is.
Good ball, full start, offense, 66, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Very surprising call there, Brian, as that call is going to be on the offense, as that will push them back 5 yards and bring up 1st and 15 here for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, that was interesting because it definitely looked like the Yellow Jacket defense moved first.
Anyhow, 1st and 15 here for the Mountain Lions. 3 receivers to Fulton's right. Bowman in the backfield with Fulton. Fulton takes a snap. Another handoff here to Bowman, as Bowman will head into the pile and be brought down for about a 3-yard gain. As that will bring up 2nd and 11 here for the Mountain Lions. As penalties been really affecting both teams. Penalties hurting the Yellow Jackets on defense several times, allowing the Mountain Lions to get those first downs, but this time affecting the Mountain Lion offense, as now they face 2nd and long. Snap by Fulton, and the handoff here to number 14, as he will be brought down for about a 4-yard pickup, so that'll bring up 3rd and 6 as Tawan Pierce with the carry.
Tackle on the play by Tavon Littleton.
Tavon Littleton for the Yellow Jackets making the stop there, as that'll bring up 3rd and 6 here, and time for the Yellow Jacket defense to shine, as we've seen Krauser putting great pressure on the quarterback on these 3rd down situations. One wasn't able to get to him in time and led to a touchdown. The other time dropping him for a huge sack. Now as the Yellow Jackets showing a rush, as Fulton drops back and he's under deep pressure, but he gets the pass underway. As the pass was completed, Fulton still hit hard as he completed that pass there to Jamal Fisher. As with 4th and 6, the Mountain Lions will send on their kicking unit.
Fulton has shown great composure when he's been under that rush. He's been able to complete these dump-off passes under duress. So it's an interesting thing to see from a guy that only has a 32% pass completion rating.
Fulton, the quarterback, as well as the punter, as his kick will be up, and not a good kick, as it will go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So a very poor kick from the Mountain Lions will give the Yellow Jackets good starting field position. Salcedo and Wilkins will head out there for the Yellow Jackets, trying to lead this crusade, as Henderson, Burdette, and Pate will head out as the receivers here for the Yellow Jackets. Last time came up just a little bit short. The Mountain Lions were able to get a stop in the red zone, so the Yellow Jackets were forced to settle for just a field goal. Now Salcedo in the offense in a pistol formation, as Salcedo electing to throw. Salcedo with it throws to Pate, completes the pass, as Pate pushing forward, as he will be brought down at about the 39-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. That looks to be on the Yellow Jackets.
Illegal block below the waist. Offense, number 2, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Is that flag going to be on Khalil Wilkins of the offense with the illegal block, as the pickup there for Pate will go for naught.
Yeah, Khalil turned around and saw that his quarterback was under pressure, and he just wanted to get the block, and unfortunately went too low.
So now the Yellow Jackets will be pushed way back now, as that will be a replay of first down. That will be 1st and 25, I believe. Salcedo with the snap. Salcedo gives the ball to Wilkins. Wilkins with the open field. Wilkins pushing being trailed and finally brought down at about the 30-yard line. So a huge pickup for Wilkins. And Brian, most of the time you'd sit here and think, well, we've got to go to the air on 1st and 25, but a good handoff to Wilkins. Huge pickup as now they went from the opposing red zone to their own now. As at the 30-yard line, the Yellowjackets will hurry up. 2 receivers to Saucedo's left, 1 to his right. Garmin in the backfield, and the handoff will go to Garmin, as Garmin will be tripped up and wrapped up for about a 1-yard gain.
Go ahead, Tim.
Wilkins, your player to watch, and so far in this first half, shining the brightest out here on the field, as he's had an enormous running game today, Brian.
Yeah, I think he picked up 55 yards on that last play alone.
So Saucedo recognizes the defensive shift and will get a new play from the sideline, as with 5 seconds now on the play clock, we'll get the snap just in time, and the handoff to Garmin. Garmin on the right edge. Garmin breaking free, getting a block here from Barrett as he will go into the touchdown. And the great block there by Barrett, as that will be a touchdown here for the Yellowjackets. As Garmin with a great run there on the right side and a great block by A.J. Barrett lead to 6 points here for the Yellowjackets, as now ball and the special teams unit will head onto the floor.
Ball comes on to attempt the extra point.
I think I've changed my pick from Wilkins to Wilkins and Garmin. They have both been spectacular here today.
Garmin with 2 touchdowns already, Wilkins with 1, as they have been the big players for the Yellowjackets, as ball's kick is up and good. 24-10 our score now with a minute and a half before halftime, as we'll take a quick break here as right before as we see this replay, as you can just see the block right there by Barrett. Great block, as that just opens a good hole there for Garmin, as he's able to easily get into the end zone for the touchdown. So Yellowjackets leading by a score of 24-10. We'll proceed with the rest of the second quarter here following this break. Come back with us here at Institute, West Virginia, your Yellowjackets leading.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hardworking multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
And welcome back. Your Yellowjackets leading by a score of 24-10 here in this one, as we just saw the touchdown there from Garmin, as a great run by Wilkins led the Yellowjackets down into their own red zone, and then the big pickup by Garmin that pulls them ahead 24-10. Now as ball's kick from the left to the right, as the fair catch will go there to number 9, Cameron Fannin.
Fair catch by Cameron Fannin.
Looks like they have gone away from kicking it to Shepard. That's 2 in a row that, well, technically, I guess he could have let it go out of bounds again. He would have gotten about 5 extra yards there, but
still good field position for the Mountain Lions as they will take over the 29-yard line. Yellowjacket defense done very well in this first half of play, holding the Mountain Lions to only 10 points so far. But, Brian, we've talked several times about what happened last week at Glenville, as they were able to score 20 unanswered points in the first half after scoring the first 15. Now is Fulton dropping back, looking to pass, as his pass is completed, as about a 15-yard pickup there as the pass completed to number 80, Jamal Fisher, as the Mountain Lions electing to go hurry up here as they quickly move forward.
That'll be a Mountain Lion.
2 receivers on either side of Fulton. Copeland in the backfield. Fulton passing again. Short pass again there as the tackle made by Krauser, as Fulton found Fisher once again, and now a flag on the play, a very late flag. As now we'll see what the call on the field is, as that flag was very late.
Really good block in the back. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So the Mountain Lions with a big error there as they almost shoot themselves in the foot. So they're forced now to a 1st and 15. As Copeland in the backfield here with Fulton in the shotgun. 2 receivers on either side for Fulton now as the referees converge again. And now the head referee will wind the play clock once again now as Fulton will get the snap. Fulton dropping back to pass as he is under big pressure as he will exit the pocket and throw that one out of bounds. As that'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, when the Yellowjacket defense has decided to bring the pressure, they've been excellent at doing so, forcing Fulton to just throw the ball away half the time.
Fulton electing to throw several times on this possession now as Copeland in the backfield again. Fulton will get it, dropping back by himself. Pressure coming as he'll throw it short and incomplete at the feet of Copeland. As now 3rd and 15 for the Mountain Lions as the Yellowjacket pressure definitely getting to this Mountain Lion offense.
And with 44 seconds left in all 3 timeouts, do you expect them to use a timeout here if they get the stop?
I'm not sure, Brian. I'm not sure what the call is down on the field so far, but anyhow, the Mountain Lions are going to go for it, definitely looking to pass. Fulton dropping back, pressure coming, gets a good block, goes deep, but thrown way short as that ball is picked off by the Yellowjackets as they're actually going to call it incomplete pass as he caught the ball out of bounds. As that will bring up 4th and 15 and force the Mountain Lions to punt, but good coverage there by the Yellowjackets and a very underthrown ball as the coverage there from number 23, Abraham Sasay, as could have been an interception if he'd been in bounds, but still great coverage there from Sasay. As now Fulton will head back onto the field to punt for the Mountain Lions. Pate deep to receive.
You don't see very many quarterbacks double as the punter.
Good punt this time from Fulton, as actually a little worse than we thought, as that ball will go out of bounds. Only about a 30-yard punt. As now the Yellowjackets will take over possession at their own 30-yard line. 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Brian, sometimes you wonder if this will be enough time, but we've seen this Yellowjacket offense head onto the field and score quickly and almost unhindered so far in this game.
Yeah, they have all 3 timeouts too, so you could probably afford to take a couple of deep shots if you want to. Maybe to at least get into field goal range. We'll see what happens.
Salcedo with Garmin in the backfield, 3 receivers to his left, Barrett to his right. As now he will drop back, single set, looking for Barrett, throws across the middle and through the hands of Barrett. That pass falls incomplete. As that wastes about 4 seconds on the clock, so now with 28 seconds, the Yellowjackets will face 2nd and 10. Yellowjackets with all 3 timeouts, so plenty of time for them to at least get into field goal range. Now Salcedo will take the snap and hand the ball off to Garmin. Garmin with about a 4-yard pickup. As now the clock winding away, and the Yellowjackets not seeming to take a timeout now, as it looks like they'll just let the clock run out here into halftime. So the Yellowjackets leading here at the half, 24-10. Seeing great offense here from the Yellowjackets so far in this game and great defense. So we'll take a quick break here. Yellowjackets leading 24-10 going in the halftime. Come back with us for the second half of play here in Institute, West Virginia.
10.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California, and I chose state because I wanted a small school. It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want. I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist. Once you choose state,
You're gonna love state. Find your passion
At wvstateu.edu.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field, the pride of Institute, West Virginia, under the direction of Mr. Joshua Cole, assisted by drumline instructor Mr. Andrew Crisco II, and led on the field by drum major Ethan Gibson. Please welcome the 2018 West Virginia State University Marching Swarm. Today, the Yellowjacket Band presents some hip music from the 80s that represents today's meme culture. Recently covered by the band Weezer, the Marching Swarm begins today's show with Toto's most popular hit, Africa. In 2016, the Band of the Bold made the Jogging Man Challenge, featuring themselves jogging through neighborhoods to the song Take On Me, which widely spread across the internet and many others copying the group's odd dance at random places. Here is Aha's Take On Me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You've just been rickrolled. What kind of meme show would this be without Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give Up? Now here is the actual Take On Me. Since its release, this song has continued to
This is my second year here at State, and we brought in 9 incoming freshmen, including some very, very good players. One young lady, Jenna Dufresne, was the state MVP of the state all-star game in Indiana. Gabby Bullock from Pickerington Central had many Division I offers. We have some really, really good freshman players here. Volleyball is the ultimate team sport. You know, you have to have a serve that gets in play, and then you have to have a back row player that passes the volleyball up to the setter. The setter has to have a set that the attacker can hit, but then you have to avoid blockers and defenders on the other side. And volleyball is one of the unique sports that it ends with failure, either on your side or on the other side. Right now we're working with different lineups in the preseason and the mid-season. We'll have a better idea of our lineup. Early in the season, you have to let everyone play a little bit. You recruited them for a reason. So it's up to me to find a lineup by maybe mid-season and then really go for the stretch run with the players that have risen to the top. We certainly play hard and really have a high energy level and great support from our parents coming in from all over the country. We have 19 players on our roster. All 19 have played in most of our matches, so we're just the feeling out processes as far as finding out who can play at this level and who can't. The speed of the game from high school to college is much faster. In volleyball, you fail to block, you fail to dig a ball in the back row, you fail to serve it in play. Everything ends with a failure of one team or the other as far as a ball hitting the floor. It's sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. Another team hits it where you're not standing, but it's a lot of the consummate team sport. The state community will see and be excited about is the young people that are playing volleyball here now are volleyball players. They're outstanding players that are just going to continue to get better and better, and we'd like to be relevant nationally. There's no reason we can't be. West Virginia State has the finest volleyball training locker room in our conference without a doubt. So we're able to recruit here. I've not had one player come to campus on a recruiting visit that's not wanted to commit here. The better players from all over the country are going to want to come here because of what we're building, and I think the community will embrace that it seems like West Virginia State University, whether it's administration, faculty, staff, students, or the community in general, will support young people here as long as it's fun to come watch them because they play so hard. Go State!
I am Anthony Jenkins, the 11th president of West Virginia State University, and I am honored to lead this distinguished institution of higher learning. For 127 years, since 1891, West Virginia State University has been a pillar of stability in higher education, and we have created access and opportunity for so many young men and women, and we've helped transform their lives. Our track record of taking students and turning them into scholars is something that we're extremely proud of. Whether it's athletics, the sciences, or anywhere in between, West Virginia State University can help you achieve your dreams. Maybe you want to play in the NBA. Well, much like Earl Lloyd, an alumnus of our institution, who was the first African American to ever play in the NBA, you can get there from right here. Or what about the 900 military officers that we have produced, the 100 lieutenant colonels and the 15 generals? Individuals like Lieutenant Colonel George Spanky Roberts, who was one of the Tuskegee Airmen who went on to change military aviation combat history. Or what about Katherine Johnson, who inspired the hit movie Hidden Figures, an alumna of our great institution who helped America win the space race. Regardless of what you want to do and where you are coming from, you can get there from West Virginia State University. Our academic programs are of the highest quality. Our business program is ranked 3rd in the nation among small colleges and universities. Our biology program is also ranked 3rd in the nation among small colleges and universities. Recently, we were named the 2nd best public university in West Virginia based on academic quality, return on investment, and diversity. And all of those factors are important in helping you develop holistically and achieve your educational goals.
I came in during my freshman year, which was in 2014, and kind of got acquainted with my classmates and with professors and different organizations and started to blossom socially and academically. I had served as Miss Freshman, Miss Sophomore, Miss Junior, and now I'm Miss West Virginia State University. I've also been enabled to work with many amazing organizations, including the NAACP, and I'm also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So I've been afforded many opportunities that I don't feel that maybe I might have gotten at a different institution. And I feel that, somebody like me has really been given a special chance by coming somewhere like West Virginia State.
What brought me to state originally was I had got a walk-on offer for a football team here. But then once again, he actually fell in love with the history of the state and just seeing all the historical figures that had came here. It's just a whole lot of historical figures that you wouldn't think came from here, but they did, and it really shocked a lot of people when I get to tell them about it. Because I also work in the admission office as well, so I get to tell them about the history of the state. Ever since I got here, you get one-on-one with your professor that you wouldn't get at a bigger institution as well. The professors here generally care and they want you to succeed. And we have programs in place for students to succeed. We have the Math and Science Tap Room, which is for all the Math and Science classes here at State. And we got the free writing center on the third floor in the library. That's free for all students as well.
The dorm life is really fun. It helps you connect to State. You get to kind of socialize with your roommates as well as other people who live on campus and other athletes. A lot of times they'll have campus activities and it's easy to go to, or they'll have stuff just for people who kind of live on campus, so that's always fun. And what I love the most about the dorms is that you kind of have your own room, so whenever you really want that time, to sit down and study or write a paper, you have your own space. But at the same time, you can go out in the common room and socialize with your roommates, so that's what I love about it.
Selecting a college or university is not always an easy decision. And at State, we hope to make it a little easier for you. Whether you're looking at our academic programs that are nationally ranked, our world-renowned faculty who continue to teach at a high level and do groundbreaking research, whether it's our beautiful campus that lends itself to your safety and your learning, whatever it may be, State, I am confident, is a university for you. I want you to consider joining the Yellowjacket Nation because it's the greatest nation on the planet. We are committed to making sure that when you join us, that you have the foundation and the wraparound services and the environment to achieve whatever your educational and life dreams may be. Here at State, we want students to understand that the faculty, the staff, and the administration are in partnership with you. And there is never a moment that you have to go at this educational journey alone. So I want you to get on our website and I want you to check us out. I want you to look at State and understand all the wonderful opportunities that are waiting for you once you get here. And remember, there's nothing better than being a part of the Yellowjacket Nation.
Welcome back here to Institute, West Virginia, to the beautiful campus of West Virginia State University here at Lake and Field at Dickerson Stadium. Your Yellowjackets leading by a score of 24-10 here at halftime. It's just about to get the second play underway. And Brian, we saw some amazing play out of both sides of the ball, but especially the Yellowjacket offense in this first half.
Yeah, Khalil Wilkins, 7 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown. And then you also have Garmin, who's rushed for a touchdown and caught a touchdown.
Yeah, Garmin coming in, we talked about his 94-yard kick return last week for a touchdown, which led the MEC in kick returns last week. But he's also come into this game and receiving and rushing touchdown on his resume for today.
And as far as Concord goes, Fulton, his completion rating is way better than 32%. He has completed 9 out of 12 passes for 86 yards, and he's also thrown for a touchdown.
Yeah, he has been outstanding so far in this game for the Concord Mountain Lions. But although that offense has been outstanding, the Yellowjackets defense has done very well so far. Dustin Krauser, I keep wanting to call him Dylan. Dustin Krauser leading this Yellowjacket defense today. He's had a huge sack and a couple great tackles for the Yellowjacket defense, and they've done a good job in snuffing out this Mountain Lion offense.
Speaking of defense, the Yellowjackets defensive tackle, Joe Stoneman, I'm not sure if he's a tackle, he has 8 tackles in the first half alone.
Stoneman and Krauser great on the linebacker position for this Yellowjackets team, as since the Yellowjackets deferred the first half, they will receive this second half. The Yellowjackets with a chance to get out to a quick hot start now, as Pate and Garmin to receive, as Walls is on to kick here for the Mountain Lions.
Lucas and Garmin deep to receive for the Yellowjackets.
And starting from our right to our left, Walls is in motion, puts the kick in the air, and the kick is up and to Garmin, as Garmin will start at about the 12-yard line, and pushing forward will finally be brought down at about the 32-yard line, so a good pick up there for Garmin, as the Yellowjackets will have decent starting position here as the offense heads out onto the field.
With the first half that Khalil Wilkins had, I would imagine that they would hand it off to him on this very first play.
Wilkins in at running back, Barrett, Pate, and Henderson in at wide receiver. Saucedo in the backfield with Wilkins. And fakes the handoff to Wilkins. Under pressure, throws it to Henderson, completes the pass. Henderson with it as he's at the 50, open field, 40, 30, and finally brought down at about the 20-yard line. So a pickup there of huge yardage, as the completion there from Saucedo under pressure puts the Yellowjackets quickly in the red zone.
Saucedo giving the Mountain Lions a little bit of their own medicine from their offensive possessions. They like the play action dump off passes as well, and the Yellowjackets almost did it to perfection right there.
Now the Yellowjackets with a first down here on the 25-yard line. As now Saucedo with Wilkins in the backfield, Barrett to his right, Henderson to his left, as they look to go in the pistol formation. As Saucedo gets the snap and the handoff here to Wilkins, a great block here for Wilkins on the left edge, as he will pick up the first down, about an 11-yard pickup, as the Yellowjackets continue to move up the field closer and closer to the end zone.
They just have not had any type of answer for Khalil Wilkins so far today. Gaining yards at will. First downs, whatever you want to name it. He has not been able to be stopped.
So a first down here for the Yellowjackets. Barrett and Henderson to Saucedo's right, still in the pistol formation. Wilkins in the backfield. And another handoff here to Wilkins. Wilkins running on the right edge, as he will push and take 3 defenders finally to bring him down as he gets to the 10-yard line. So a 6 or 7 yard pickup here for Wilkins, as that'll bring up second down for the Yellowjackets.
And that's what Wilkins does. Like, if there's nothing there, he makes it something. Gains 5 yards, 6 yards, no matter what.
So now the Yellowjackets will set up again on second down. They're leading 24-10. And another touchdown would be huge for the Yellowjackets here, trying to seal this victory. As Saucedo with the handoff here to Wilkins. Wilkins with it, pushing forward, as he will fall at about the 3 or 4 yard line. That'll bring up first and goal here for the Yellowjackets.
Andrew Jacobowski. That'll be first and goal for the Yellowjackets.
And now Barrett will exit the game, and it looks to in exchange for a tight end here, as Robert Corey Romans will check in for the Yellowjackets, for sure to be another blocker here. As the Yellowjackets loading the line here, single man in the backfield with the handoff here to Henderson. Henderson rounding the right edge and will sneak in for the touchdown. And that will make it 30-10 here in Institute. So Henderson with the touchdown there on the reverse.
Sorry, Tim.
As the Yellowjackets go up 30-10.
And I believe that they actually count that as a forward pass, so it should go in as a touchdown pass for Saucedo.
So a touchdown now and a chance to make it a 21-point lead as ball steps onto the field for the kick. Paid to hold. And there's the snap, and the kick is up and good as ball seals it to 31-10 here. Yellowjackets leading, and Brian, you wonder what the morale is like here as the Mountain Lions prepare for this offensive set. The Yellowjackets can get a stop. You wonder how much effort and how much push this Mountain Lion team could have the rest of this game.
Another thing to wonder is how much effort and how much time did they put into coming back last week, and is that going to be like a hangover effect for this week? I mean, they're already down by 21, and can they put that same effort into this week as well?
Complacency definitely a big question here on the Yellowjackets sideline. They have a 21-point lead, but definitely cannot let off the pedal. Now as we see this touchdown, is you may be right, Brian, it was a forward pass, as the handoff there to Henderson and the touchdown. As now with the 21-point lead, West Virginia State still needing to bring the pressure on both sides of the ball. As ball and the special teams unit will head onto the field to kick, as the very dangerous kick returning Shepherd will be back to kick for the Mountain Lions. Ball has been electing to kick away from Shepherd, as he's done an excellent job returning the kicks here. As we'll see where ball kicks at this time, as ball's kick is up, and he looks to just kick it deep to Shepherd now, as Shepherd will get it on the 5 and start his return on the 5, and he will be wrapped up, so only about a 6-yard return there for Shepherd, as the Mountain Lions will take over here on about the 16 or 17-yard line.
Yeah, it was much better kickoff coverage there by the Yellowjackets that time, not allowing him to get around any type of corner to go up the field.
It's now time for the Yellowjackets defense to shine here. The stop could be huge for this Yellowjacket team now. As Fulton will start here with, looks to be Bowman in the backfield. As the handoff goes to Bowman. Bowman with the hole and finally wrapped up, but not before he gets the first down, as he'll be brought down at the 31-yard line, and that will be a first down here for the Mountain Lions.
If Val Purcell wasn't there for that tackle, he would have been in the end zone right now. So it was a great open field tackle.
Mountain Lions in the huddle. West Virginia State defense out on the field, as now a fresh set of downs here for the Mountain Lions after the pickup by Bowman. Fulton in the shotgun with Bowman in the backfield along with another tailback. As Fulton gets it and hands it off to Bowman again. Bowman on the right side as he'll sneak through for about 2 yards, as that'll bring up second down here for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, Bowman in at running back has really been one of their bright spots today, other than the screen pass for the touchdown that they had earlier in the first half. Bowman's been able to really run through some people and get some hard-earned yardage.
Bowman done a good job, and we keep bringing up Bowman. Bowman doing a great job here for the Mountain Lions, as he did last week, moving from the wide receiver spot to the tailback, picking up 101 yards on 13 carries and 2 touchdowns now, as the handoff here to Kevin Moss, as Moss will be tackled for a loss. Now the loss of 2 here, as that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Mountain Lions. And that tackle made by Tavon Littleton
brings up
as a big play here for the Mountain Lions coming up, as if West Virginia State can get the stop here, you wonder what the rest of this game could entail. As now Fulton gets the play from the sideline. As this could be a big turning point right here, Brian.
Yeah, already down by 21 and you're in a 3rd and long situation. You really can't afford to punt the ball away here.
3rd and 7 now. Bowman in the backfield. Fulton dropping back to pass. Fulton forced to throw the dump pass there to Bowman. Bowman with a great move as he breaks the tackle, and he will get the first down and get the ball out to the 45-yard line. And big play there for the Mountain Lions.
Great elusiveness there from Bowman.
And we talked about how much of a very useful player, almost a utility player Bowman could be, about dropping into that slot. He did a great job right there with the slot reception to gain about 11 or 12 yards here for the Mountain Lions and get them a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 now. Fulton sends a man in motion. Bowman in the backfield. Fulton with the handoff there to Bowman. Bowman on the right edge, and he'll be knocked out of bounds for a loss of a yard. As that tackle there made by Stoneman.
Tackle on the play by Joe Stoneman.
Stoneman's been all over the field today. That's his 9th tackle of the game so far.
So Stoneman will tackle Bowman for a loss of a yard here, as that'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Mountain Lions. 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of the play. West Virginia State leading 31-10 now. As Fulton with Bowman in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left. Fulton takes the snap and hands it off to Bowman. Bowman will head towards the pile as he will be stopped, and it looks like the ball is loose, and West Virginia State defenders pointing that it's West Virginia State ball, and they do come out on top. Now it has the fumble recovery there for Moises McCarcerell, as now that could be huge, Brian, as the Mountain Lions turn the ball over in their own territory, as West Virginia State will start their possession on the Mountain Lion 45-yard line.
First turnover for either team today, and it really couldn't have come at a worse time for Concord. Down by 21 points.
Fans, make your way to the Walker
giving the Yellowjackets excellent field position again. I don't know how many times they've had great field position, but
so after that fumble by the Mountain Lions, it looks like they're going to take a break on the field. So as we take a break on the field, we'll take a quick break up here in the booth. West Virginia State leading by a score of 31-10. Come back with us.
MVB Bank, your most valuable bank. Holiday Inn and Suites and Wingate by Wyndham, both located in South Charleston. Brick Street Insurance, your business, your people, you're covered. Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, the official pizza of WVSU Athletics. Tudor's Biscuit World, start your day the homemade way. Go-Mart, go for good times, go for Go-Mart. Hilliard Lions, investment counseling to grow, protect, and manage wealth since 1854. Mullins, heating, plumbing, and cooling.
And welcome back now as Saucedo with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. West Virginia State taking over possession here on the Mountain Lion 45 after the fumble. Now Khalil Wilkins in the shotgun set with Saucedo as Saucedo drops back to pass. Looking deep for Pate, throws across as that will be way long and not even in the vicinity of Zach Pate. That will fall incomplete and bring up 2nd and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
For the Mountain Lions, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Saucedo had all the time in the world to throw that ball. I think it just got away from him there.
A little bit off target now as that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Wilkins in the backfield with Saucedo once again. Two receivers on either side of Saucedo. Saucedo hands off to Wilkins. Wilkins gets a few blocks pushing forward, and he'll get about 6 yards as that'll bring up 3rd and 4 here for the Yellowjackets.
Tackle on the play by
and if you're Concord here, you try your best to get a stop here.
Stop for Concord here would be huge, as answering that fumble and stopping this Yellow Jacket offense and getting their offense back on the field in a hurry as time slowly ticking away here in this third quarter.
Timeout, Concord.
Now it looks like to be a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Concord.
For the Concord Mountain Lions. So we'll take a quick break with them here, and we'll see if West Virginia State can convert here on this third down, or if the Mountain Lions will get the big stop they may need. Yellow Jackets still leading 31-10. We'll be right back after this.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
And welcome back here following the Concord Mountain Lion timeout. Yellow Jackets still leading by a score of 31-10. It's a big third down coming up here. 3rd and 4 for the Yellow Jackets as a stop here for the Mountain Lions could mean some rejuvenation on the sideline, and a first down for the Yellow Jackets could continue to seal this lead here, as Saucedo will call out the offensive play here to the line as he drops backs in the pistol formation with Wilkins behind him. And there's a snap, the handoff to Wilkins. Wilkins with it. Wilkins will get the first down.
Wilkins on the carry
as he powers ahead to about the 34-yard line.
Actually saying he was inches short of that first down.
They are. They're going to mark him short, but the Yellow Jackets are going to elect to go for it here on the... And now they're going to go ahead and give him the first down as he looked to clearly break the first down yard line there, as now a fresh set of downs here for the Yellow Jackets. Saucedo in the pistol with Garmin now in the backfield as he'll drop back to pass, rolling to his right under pressure as he will elect to take it, and he will be tackled for a loss of about 1 yard. As the tackle made there by number 11, Ryan Gattrell, the defensive lineman out of Huntington, West Virginia.
I think if you're Saucedo there, you got to find a way to throw the ball away because there was nobody open down the field. But I really don't think he saw Gattrell behind him. So
it's now a 2nd and 10 here for the Yellow Jackets. Garmin still in the backfield with Saucedo. Saucedo with it, hands off to Garmin. Garmin elects to run the left side of the field, and he's going to get the first down and more, and he's breaking free as a flag as he's brought down at about the 2-yard line, and may see a hold here on this one, Ryan, but it's still a huge pickup there for Garmin as he powers his way all the way to the 2-yard line, and now we'll see what the call is here on the field, but you start to wonder with a run like that if it's going to be holding on the Yellow Jackets.
Holding offense, number 17. Penalty still results in a first down.
Precisely what it was. It was holding on the Yellow Jackets, but nonetheless, they do keep the first down.
So now it will be first down at the Concord 20-yard line here, as the big run will be negated by the holding call, as Wilkins will check back into the game here for the Yellow Jackets. 7 minutes remaining. Yellow Jackets leading 31-10 here in this third quarter of play. Saucedo in the offense in a pistol formation here. 2 receivers to Saucedo's right, 1 to his left. Saucedo takes the snap and hands the ball off here to Wilkins. Wilkins pushing forward, stiff arming, and he will sneak into the end zone for a touchdown. And Khalil Wilkins unstoppable as the stiff arm there leads to the touchdown, as now a chance to make it 38-10. And you just wonder where this Concord team goes from here after Khalil Wilkins just unstoppable in this one.
Khalil literally just had somebody on his back as he ran into the end zone. He piggybacked somebody into the end zone with him.
Just an unstoppable force at 5'9", 200 pounds, and you hear those numbers and you think, how in the world? But Khalil Wilkins just always running downhill, always gaining yards, just having a huge game, and just adds one more to the resume for today with the touchdown as Ball's extra point is up and good, as that will make it 38-10 here in Institute. State leading by 28 points. And the Yellowjackets looking excellent today in this one, Brian.
And I think if you're Concord, you don't want to give up. You want to try your hardest throughout the whole game, as we see the touchdown here from Wilkins.
Just note the stiff arm here from Wilkins right here as he just puts the hand up and is not brought down there by Jonathan Roebuck, the defensive back for the Mountain Lions, as he just stiffed arm and kept going and able to get that touchdown. And Wilkins with 2 touchdowns on the day, I believe. Garman with 2. Just excellent play here from the Yellowjackets offense as they'll kick off, and the defense doing excellent as well, Brian.
Yeah, you can't say enough about what the Yellowjackets have been able to do here today. And if you're Concord, you have to find a way to get stops on third down. They haven't been able to do that today, but there's still plenty of time left.
Plenty of time left in this game, but if Concord wants to get back into it, they know the routine. They almost did it last week, 20 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. So if they want to come back, they ought to start it soon. Here is down 28, have not scored since, I believe, the first quarter, I think. It's now ball on to kick here for the Yellowjackets. His team leading 38-10. As the very dangerous Shepard to return here for Concord. As ball will start the kick from our left to our right, and the ball will go to Shepard. So Shepard will start his return on the 15. Now to the 35, the 40, the 50, the 45, and finally brought down at the Yellowjacket 35 as Shepard just unstoppable. And really from here on out, if you're the Yellowjackets, you just got to do anything to keep it out of his hands.
Just squib kick, onside kick if you have to. Just don't let him touch the ball.
Even the kick that went out of bounds with the illegal kick, I mean, even tacking on a few yardage to kick it out of bounds and keep it on out of his hands may even be worth it for this Yellowjacket special teams. Anyhow, after the big return there by Shepard, it will send the Mountain Lion offense onto the field in great field position, and the Yellowjackets will head out. Look to set up in zone here now as Fulton sends a man in motion, and we'll hand the ball off to Copeland. Copeland with it. Copeland with wide open field. The 10, the 5, and touchdown is a quick touchdown here for the Mountain Lions as one play, one touchdown here for the visiting Concord Mountain Lions.
We talked about the fourth quarter last week, and one play here, they're in the end zone, so no quit in the Mountain Lions yet.
And Coach Pennington fired up on the Yellowjackets sideline after Copeland able to just waltz all the way into the end zone unhindered, as great blocking there by the Concord Mountain Lions as now Walls on for the extra point here for Concord as the kick is up. And the kick is good, as that will bring the Mountain Lions just a little bit closer, now 38-17.
Timeout for media.
We'll take a media timeout here on the field, so we'll take a quick timeout here up on the booth. Yellowjackets leading 38-17 following the touchdown there by Copeland. Visiting Concord. We'll take a quick break, come back with us.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
And welcome back with us following the big touchdown there for Copeland after the big kick return by Shepard. As the Concord special teams and offense teaming up there together as we get a look at that Copeland touchdown. 40-yard touchdown run there as he gets a huge block and just open field from there on out, as he was able to easily get the touchdown there for the Mountain Lions, as Brian, you wonder if this is the start of a comeback here, and this is going to be a big offensive possession here for the Yellowjackets, coming back after they scored, but the Mountain Lions quickly answering. And you wonder what kind of fight this Mountain Lion team has.
Well, if Concord can come out here on defense and get a stop, maybe a 3-and-out, give them even more momentum after that, who knows?
We'll see if the Yellowjackets pose a threat here, as now Lucas and Garmin to receive for the Yellowjackets. Walls to kick for the Mountain Lions.
Set to kick. Lucas and Garmin deep to receive for the Yellowjackets.
Walls and the Concord special teams lining up to kick. As Walls will send the ball into the air and into the hands of Garmin as that ball rolls around, as he will let it roll into the end zone. And he is not going to take the touchback, as tackled in the end zone, as that is a safety. And Brian, you wonder what on earth was going through his head when he made that decision.
I don't know if he thought that if he was still in the end zone when he caught the ball, that it would still be a touchback since it wasn't touched. But I'm not sure.
And the referee's converging here for the call, as not sure what
possessed in the field of play.
What actually happened, not sure what the ruling is. And it looks like they're going to waive the safety, so it will be a touchback, but still, Brian, Yellowjackets getting a big break there, as definitely shaking the fan base a little bit there. Now the Yellowjackets will start their offensive possession after a hiccup here from the special teams.
Yeah, I would have just let the ball lay there in the end zone instead of even thinking about touching it. That was a crazy call there.
Now starting on their own 25-yard line, the Yellowjackets set up in a pistol formation. Salcedo takes the snap, fakes the handoff here to Lucas. Not a fake, it is a handoff to Lucas, as Lucas powers ahead there for about 9 yards.
On the play by
and so now that'll bring up about a second and 1 or 2 yards here after the big run by Lucas. Great fake there, had me faked out. Pate and Barrett to the right of Salcedo, Henderson to the left. Still in the pistol formation, Salcedo with a hands-off to Lucas, as Lucas is brought down way behind the line, as he will lose about 5 yards on that one. As a big play there for the Concord defense. And Brian, this is going to bring up third and quite a bit here, as that'll bring up 3rd and 2. They're going to mark forward progress stop, 3rd and 2, but still, Brian, a chance for this Mountain Lion defense to get a huge stop here. Now 3rd and 2, Salcedo takes the snap. He's going to elect to keep it himself. Salcedo powering forward, and he will get the first down, as about 5 yards, and now a late flag here on this one.
Tackle on the play by Ryan Guttrell.
Definitely going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct here with how late this flag was. So we'll hear from our head referee here to see what the call will be.
Dead ball, personal foul, offense, number 79, 15-yard penalty, first down. Dead ball.
And so now a personal foul here called on offensive lineman Joshua Durst of the Yellowjackets. So it will negate the run here for Salcedo.
They do give him the first down still, though.
So they will get a fresh set of downs, but they will have to start back on the 24-yard line here. Following the personal foul now is still in the pistol formation. Barrett in motion, Salcedo gets it. The handoff here, the reverse now to Barrett. Barrett with it, Barrett up the middle. Barrett to the 40, the 50. The 40 of the Concord offense still pushing forward. And Barrett is going to go all the way for the touchdown, as a great play there from the Yellowjacket offense, as Barrett goes the distance and extends this Yellowjacket lead with the huge run. As now that will make it 44-17. And Brian, what a play there for A.J. Barrett.
I was not expecting a reverse in that kind of situation, but what A.J. Barrett did in order to get all the way down the field, as you see the celebration here, just an amazing play there from A.J. Barrett.
Now ball on for the extra point. As the snap, the hold by Pate, and the kick is up and good. 45-17 our score after the huge pickup there by Barrett. Went from the Yellow Jacket 24 all the way down to the end zone as the Yellow Jackets extend their lead here, 28 points, as with 4:55 remaining in the third, the Concord Mountain Lions going to have to answer the huge touchdown here by Barrett on their next offensive set.
And any momentum that Concord had after that one-play drive last time out, that has just been negated.
Yellow Jackets starting pretty good on offense, then a big penalty, but just bouncing back instantly with a huge rush there by Barrett and a great reverse. Yellow Jackets have done 2 reverses that have been extremely successful. The touchdown by Garmin, and now the big pickup here from A.J. Barrett. As now special teams of the Yellow Jackets will head onto the field. And Brian, we remember what happened last time with Shepherd. So if you're Aaron Ball, you are keeping the ball out of Shepherd's hand here, as Shepherd deep to receive for sure for this Concord Mountain Lion team.
Yeah, definitely just squib this away. Make it to where somebody other than Shepherd touches the ball here.
Ball set to kick. Pearson Shepherd deep to receive.
And now the Yellow Jacket special teams will line up here for the kickoff. Now ball to kick. Once again, Shepherd to receive, as the ball will start from our left to our right, and ball is going to kick it to Shepherd, as Shepherd will get it on the 4-yard line. Here comes Shepherd. Shepherd cutting across, and finally he will get wrapped up this time, as the tackle made there on the 20-yard line, as the big tackle there from number 49, Charles Oakley. Not 49, Charles Oakley is actually out with an injury, as that's going to be number 43, Deontay Jones, with the tackle there, as now the Mountain Lions will have to take over here in their own territory, as Fulton
21-yard line.
And Josh Maxwell, the freshman tailback, will head onto the field here. Fulton with 3 receivers to his left. Takes it, and the handoff here to Maxwell. Maxwell will be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play there. As that'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for Concord.
Looked like that was the same play they scored on the one-play drive last time out. But this time, Yellow Jackets defense closed every single gap out there and stopped him for a no gain, or a 2-yard gain.
They're actually going to give Maxwell 2 yards. And Brian, you sit here and wonder, you've seen Maxwell, you've seen Copeland, you've seen Bowman. They just keep rotating through the running backs. Now as the handoff will go here to a flea flicker, actually, as the pass is short and incomplete, as the flea flicker there to number 14, to Juan Pierce. Incomplete, as that was intended for number 15, Brandon Plyler. That'll fall incomplete, and you wonder what the thinking was there now, as that'll bring up 3rd and 8 here for this struggling Mountain Lions offense, as their team is trailing by 28 in this 3rd quarter of play.
Well, maybe they figured if the Yellow Jackets can run trick plays and score touchdowns, that they can too, but it obviously didn't work out as they planned.
Big 3rd down here for the Mountain Lions. Fulton and Maxwell in the backfield. 2 receivers to Fulton's left. Fulton takes the snap, dropping back into single setback, throws it, and into the hands of Plyler, and he will drop the pass incomplete. He was under big pressure there, as now that'll bring out 4th and 8 and force this Mountain Lion offense to punt.
And you hate to see that as a quarterback. He had his hands all over the ball. You have to find a way to catch that.
Fulton set the punt for the Mountain Lions. Zach Pate.
Now Fulton will be on to punt here for the Mountain Lions. Pate to receive here for the Yellow Jackets. Fulton struggling punting the ball so far. Fulton's punt this time will be pretty good, as it will take one hop at the 50 and take one or two Concord bounces and finally picked up at the 49-yard line. So the Yellow Jackets will start with pretty desirable field position here as they'll start this offensive possession on their 49-yard line. And with the way the Yellow Jackets have been scoring, Brian, this may spell bad news here for the Mountain Lions.
It very well could. The way they've been able to run the ball all game today has just been spectacular, and the Mountain Lions have not been able to stop it. It's just they haven't had the answer for it.
So now here come the Yellow Jackets. Barrett, following the big touchdown last possession, will be to Salcedo's right. Peyton Henderson to his left, still in the shotgun with Garmin in the backfield. Salcedo takes the snap, the handoff there to Garmin. Garmin pushing ahead. Garmin with some big pickup here as he's at the 30-yard line and finally pushed out of bounds at about. They will mark him out at the 30, so a big pickup there for Garmin and the Yellow Jackets as that'll bring up first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, pull out your 50-50 tickets.
Holding, offense, number 1, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And now there will be a holding call, and that one is the holding call will go against Henderson.
You're winning 50-50.
Yellow Jackets offense very unhappy about the call, as that will put them back on the 46-yard line of the Concord Mountain Lions. Same setup here for the Yellow Jackets. Shotgun, Garmin in the backfield, Peyton Henderson to the left. Barrett to the right. Salcedo fakes the handoff. Salcedo under pressure, needs to get rid of it, and he will leave the pocket and throw the ball out of bounds, as that will be an incomplete pass here for the Yellow Jackets. So no gain, but no loss on the play, as that will bring up second down.
Good pressure there from the Mountain Lion defense there, forcing Salcedo just to throw that one away.
2nd and 5 now on the 46-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Garmin still in the game here for this Yellow Jacket offense at tailback. Now 2nd and 5, Salcedo calls for the ball, gets the snap and the handoff here to Garmin. Garmin breaking a tackle, but he will be brought down for a loss. And they will mark forward progress stop for about a loss of 1, so that will bring up 3rd and 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
This is a great opportunity for the Mountain Lions to get off of the field on defense if they can get this stop. They have not been very successful on 3rd down defense.
Two receivers on both sides of Salcedo, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Garmin still in the game here for the Yellow Jackets as Salcedo lines up in the shotgun. Concord showing blitz and man as they bring the pressure here. Salcedo under pressure, rolling right. Salcedo going to keep it himself. Salcedo gets a block for Pate, and he'll get the first down. Run out of bounds here at about the 33-yard line. So a first down here for the Yellow Jackets after the big rush by Salcedo.
That's one thing that Salcedo is excellent at. He uses his legs when he has to.
Good decision there from Salcedo now as Wilkins will check into the game here for the Yellow Jackets. Now 3 receivers to Salcedo's left, 1 to his right. Wilkins in the backfield here. Concord showing man. And Salcedo will take the snap and the handoff there to Wilkins. Wilkins with it powering forward, and he'll get about 5 yards on the pickup as Wilkins running downhill. Positive yardage here for the Yellow Jackets as Wilkins will check out and Lucas will check in here for West Virginia State. Two receivers to Salcedo's left, 2 to his right. Peyton Barrett on his right. And Lucas in the backfield here for the Yellow Jackets. And Salcedo takes the snap, the handoff here to Lucas. Lucas with it, finds a hole, knocked around and finally brought down, but not before the first down here as he will get to the Concord 22-yard line, as now that'll bring up a fresh set of downs here for the Yellow Jackets, still leading 45-17.
And right now, it doesn't seem to matter who carries the ball for the Yellowjackets. They've been able to pick up 5 or 6 yards no matter who carries it.
Offensive line shining very bright here for this Yellow Jacket offense now, as all 4 receivers out for Salcedo. As he recognizes the blitz here from the Concord defense as they're lined up in man. Now Concord will shift here as it looks like the Yellow Jackets will take a timeout. Salcedo a little confused on the play calling.
Timeout.
Anyhow, West Virginia State still with a first down on the Concord 22-yard line. They're going to take a quick break down there on the field, so we'll take a quick break here in the booth. We'll be right back after these messages.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
And welcome back. West Virginia State still with the ball. They have a first down here on the Concord 22-yard line. As it looks like a little bit miscommunication from the sideline to Salcedo, as he just needed to get some confirmation on the play call there. As the Yellow Jacket offense has been unstoppable so far, Brian, leading 45-17 in this one.
One thing I've noticed, when Concord's defense is trying to mix up their coverages and blitzes, Salcedo has done an excellent job of finding what they're doing, and he's made his own changes, which have been very successful on the offensive end.
Great play calling, yeah. You bring up a great point. Salcedo recognizing a lot of the defensive sets here for Concord and adjusting very well, as now Lucas checked into the game here at tailback. Salcedo in the shotgun as he'll drop back to pass. Lucas with a good block as he looks for Barrett. Barrett will make the catch. And a great play there by A.J. Barrett as Salcedo will connect with Barrett for the touchdown. As a huge touchdown here for West Virginia State, as that will bring our score to 51-17. As what an excellent pass there from Salcedo to Barrett.
Beautiful throw.
As now a chance for the Yellow Jackets to make it a 35-point lead as ball will go on for the extra point. Now ball on to kick. Pate, the holder. As with the snap, the kick is up and good. So 52-17. Yellow Jackets lead this one by a score of 52-17. That's crazy, Brian. There's still 36 seconds left in this quarter and still a whole nother quarter to play, as the Yellow Jackets are leading by 35 after A.J. Barrett's touchdown. So 2 back-to-back offensive possession have led to Barrett touchdowns, 1 on the reverse and 1 on the huge pass, as the Yellow Jackets offense has shined very, very bright in this game.
Yeah. Here's the replay of the touchdown pass to A.J. Barrett.
Great pass there by Salcedo, and Barrett, great footwork, able to beat the defender and haul that one in. As A.J. Barrett with 2 touchdowns, Garman with 2 touchdowns, and Wilkins with a touchdown, and just everybody on the offense contributing so far. As now special teams along with Aaron Ball will head onto the field to kick after the huge touchdown there by A.J. Barrett. Now ball to kick here for the Yellow Jackets.
Deep to receive.
Now ball to kick here for the Yellow Jackets as his kick is up, and a good kick here as Shepard will get it here on the 10-yard line. Shepard with it. Shepard evading tacklers. There is a flag down as Shepard still going, finally tripped up there as he will fall.
Shepard on the return
at the 25-yard line as the tackle there by by Jason Banks, it looks like, as we'll get the call on the flag here from our head referee.
During the return, holding, return team, number 5, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So holding on the receiving team of the Mountain Lions, as that will push them a few yards back even further, as they're going to start on their own 15-yard line as they will head onto the field. Copeland will be the tailback this possession as they just rotate through backs now, as Fulton and Copeland in the backfield. 3 receivers to Fulton's left. The handoff there to Copeland. Copeland are outside the left edge. Copeland with it. Copeland still breaking a tackle, and finally will be brought down on the 45-yard line, and a huge pickup there for Copeland as he went down awkwardly and looks to be a little shaken up as he is holding his left leg and heading back to the huddle.
That could be a big blow to Concord's offense. He's been a pretty big asset on the offensive end, carrying the football.
Copeland will stay in the game. Just looks like a little bit of maybe a stinger, as now the referees will wave it off, as it looks to be a timeout here from the Yellowjackets. So as the Yellowjackets take a timeout onto the field, we'll take a quick timeout here up in the booth. Yellowjackets leading by a huge margin of 52-17, as actually that will be the end of the third quarter. And now we'll transition into the fourth. So take a quick break with us. We'll be right back after this.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
Welcome back here to Lakin Field at Dickerson Stadium here on this cool Saturday afternoon. A little bit overcast here in Institute. West Virginia State definitely shining out here as they lead by 35 here as we start the fourth quarter of action. So we'll flip fields as Concord will continue their offensive possession here on the 45-yard line, as Fulton will get it and hand off to Copeland. As Copeland breaks a tackle, Copeland to the 50 and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
On the play by
Just short of the first down, as that will bring up 2nd and 1 here for the Mountain Lions.
Copeland apparently shaking off the apparent injury he suffered right before the third quarter ended.
Gain brings up 2nd
coming back with a 9-yard run right after.
Copeland continuing to do a great job here at running back as Fulton and Copeland line up in the shotgun. And now it looks like they'll go for the Wildcat here, as Copeland will take the direct snap, hand the ball off to Fulton. So a sort of a flea flicker as Fulton goes deep downfield looking for his man. The pass is incomplete. Almost caught and intended for the receiver, number 80, Jamal Fisher, as the pass was on the money, but just could not be hauled in there by Jamal Fisher.
Yeah, Jamal had it. Jamal had it right in his arms.
Good coverage there by West Virginia State University defenders there, as they were able to keep and prevent that touchdown. But still, you have to recognize that was an excellent pass there by Fulton. So the sort of flea flicker right there be an incomplete pass, as that will bring up 3rd and 1 here for the Mountain Lions. As now Fulton takes the snap, the handoff here to Copeland. Copeland's going to get the first down and a little more as he powers forward for about 4 or 5 yards, as that'll bring up a first down here for Concord.
Been really impressed with Copeland's game so far today. It's another one of these running backs that aren't big in size, but are just really hard to bring down.
Copeland on the carry.
Concord rotating through several tailbacks, and you just wonder why they haven't gone with Bowman or maybe even Maxwell, but they've stuck with Copeland and they've gone with Bowman a little bit, but each one individually getting quite a good bit of yardage now, as Copeland's done a great job on this possession. Is now with first down. Concord will send a man in motion here, and now the handoff to Juan Pierce, as he will be brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Mountain Lions.
And that was Valcarcel again, breaking the play up.
They're actually going to spot the ball as a loss of 1 here, as now the Concord Mountain Lions face a 2nd and 11. Copeland still in the backfield here with Fulton. 3 receivers of Fulton's left. It looks for the screen. Now the pass completed here to Pierce. Pierce with it. Pierce going to get about 2 yards before knocked out of bounds at the Yellow Jacket 40. That's going to bring up 3rd and a good bit here for the Mountain Lions.
Time and time again, Tim, it's been 3rd and long yardage. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Brings up the 3rd down.
We'll see what the Concord Mountain Lions can do here on this 3rd and 7, as 12 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this game. They are trailing by 35 now. Copeland still in the backfield with Fulton, as Fulton takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Copeland. Fulton rolling right, throws the pass, and incomplete, intended there for number 80.
It's Jamal again.
Jamal Fisher, is that ball definitely in deep coverage, as the Mountain Lions look to elect to leave the offense out there, but they will actually, looks like they're going to punt.
Might be hard to tell since your quarterback is your punter. You never really know what's going to happen.
And it looks like they are going to punt here, as Fulton will drop deep into the backfield. As 4th and 7 with 12 minutes remaining, trailing by 35. Not much else you can do.
Fulton sets up the punt. Zach Pate deep to receive.
As now Pate deep to receive, and it looks like we will get
Timeout. West Virginia State, their 2nd.
And so a quick 30-second timeout here for the Yellow Jackets. So we will take a quick timeout with them up here at the booth. We'll be right back after this.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
And welcome back with us. West Virginia State with a timeout, as they forced Concord to punt here on this one, as West Virginia State still leading by 35 with 12 minutes remaining in this football game. And Brian, it's pretty obvious at this point, West Virginia State has this one, 35 points, a long deficit to come back through in only 12 minutes, as West Virginia State has looked pretty much flawless so far in this game.
And the way that the Yellow Jackets have just been running the ball down the field, they'll probably just continue with that same strategy.
Fulton back to punt, as Fulton will get it and send the ball up, as it will hit at the 10-yard and roll into the end zone for a touchback now, as West Virginia State another chance on the offensive side of things. And you wonder if you put some of the young guys in here for a little bit of some reps, as it looks like Jasper Jude will head onto the field here, as Salcedo with no helmet out there talking a little bit with Jude. As we saw Jude last week, Jude did a great job filling in for the little bit of a shaken up Salcedo, as he was able to complete a touchdown pass, I believe, to Henderson last week. Great pass. So we'll see a little bit of the redshirt freshman here as he'll head onto the field.
I think it's a great call, too. I mean, you're already up by 35, less than 12 minutes to go. You don't want to risk the chance of anybody getting injured.
So Salcedo not in the game. He's had a really good game so far in this one. as Jude will fill in the quarterback position with, I believe, Garmin in the backfield now. As Jude will take the snap and the handoff here to Garmin. Garmin with it, and Garmin will be tackled for a no gain here, as that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
Haven't really seen Khalil Wilkins in a little while either.
If I'm the Yellowjackets, Brian, I think that I would continue to keep Wilkins out of this game,
Right.
especially with this type of a lead. He's already put up excellent numbers. No point in risking any injury from your star quarterback or from your running back. Now is Garmin again with the... And no call here as the pile just keeps moving back and forth. So I think it'll be a no gain again, as that'll bring up 3rd and 9 here for the Yellowjackets.
And I think at this point, they're probably just going to run the ball one more time, even though it is 3rd and 7 here. Probably just content in punting the ball away if they don't get these 7 yards.
So now 3rd and 7, actually, as Jude in the shotgun here. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And Jude will take the snap, fakes the handoff, he'll keep it himself, and he will be tackled and just short of the first down, as that'll bring up 4th down, and you wonder if the Yellowjackets just go for it, but they will elect not to now, as ball and the kicking unit will head onto the field.
This is only the 2nd punt of the game for the Yellowjackets.
Yellowjackets very efficient on the offensive side of things now here, as ball will be on to punt. As ball's punt is up and away. As a good kick, Shepard to receive. Shepard will pick it up and nowhere to go, as he will be pushed out of bounds here at the 27-yard line, as now a flag on the play.
Shepard on the return.
As it looks to be against the Yellowjackets here. A little bit of a altercation after Shepard went out of bounds, as we'll hear from our head referee on the call.
Dead ball, personal foul on the kicking team, unnecessary roughness, number 33, 15-yard penalty, 1st down, media timeout.
So that'll be a 1st down here for the Concord Mountain Lions following the personal foul on the sideline. Yellowjackets leading 52-17. We take our last media timeout of the game with 9 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in this one. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for the remainder of this one here in Institute.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California, and I chose state because I wanted a small school. It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want. I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist. Once you choose state,
you're gonna love state. Find your passion
at wvstateu.edu.
Welcome back now, as the Mountain Lions will start their possession here on their own 44-yard line. Now Bowman will be in the backfield this time with Fulton, as Fulton with 3 receivers to his left. Fakes the handoff here to 2 different people, dumps the short pass here to Bowman. Bowman with it, and Bowman will be brought down at the 50-yard line. So a 5 or 6 yard pickup here for Bowman on the pass from Fulton.
Pass is complete to Bowman.
It's a pretty good job of misdirection there for the Concord Mountain Lions. Didn't know which way to go on the defensive end.
It's now a 2nd and 4 here for the Mountain Lions, as Bowman staying in the backfield here with Fulton. Fulton sends a man in motion. Now another man, and he will get the snap, the handoff here to Bowman. Bowman with it will meet a lineman right at the line of scrimmage and be brought down for a big loss as he was faced with
Bowman on the carry.
The West Virginia State defender now, as that will be a no gain on that play, as that will be 3rd and 4 now for the Mountain Lions.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Time slowly winding down here for the visiting Concord team as they are trailing still by 35 points. As now 3 receivers to Fulton's right and Copeland in the backfield with Fulton. As fakes the handoff to Copeland, looking downfield, and he will elect to go long to the wide open number 14, Tawan Pierce, as he will be wide open for the touchdown, as Fulton able to connect there with Pierce, as that will be 6 points here for the Mountain Lions, and that will make it 23-52. So the Mountain Lions maybe just a little bit of a spark, but very late in this one, especially now considering West Virginia State with a 29-point lead.
Busted coverage for sure there on defense. I'm not sure if he didn't switch with one of the linebackers if he was supposed to, but nonetheless, extra point is up and it is good, but somewhere along the line somebody didn't cover the right way.
It looks like Plyler was able to draw the defender there on the cross and open up, and a wide open Pierce. A great pass by Fulton. Pierce did not have to break his stride, as a great pass by Fulton leads to the touchdown for Pierce. As a good possession there for the Mountain Lions, but now West Virginia State's offense will head back onto the field as they have performed exceptionally up to this point. (52-24) still our score. West Virginia State leading by 28 after the touchdown there by Pierce. As now West Virginia State will head on to receive, as Walls and the special teams unit of Concord will head on to kick.
At this point, down by 28, I think you start onside kicking it with under 8.5 minutes to go. Don't really have the time not to onside kick it.
Looks like Walls will set up for a normal kick here, as the Yellowjackets will put Lucas deep to receive.
Yellowjackets are lined up for an onside kick, but
and now Walls will send the kick deep downfield, and Lucas through the hands of Wilkins, actually. Wilkins is out there, so Wilkins will pick it up and go with it and hit very hard, and now a late flag as Wilkins hit hard there on the 20-yard line.
Could definitely be a helmet-to-helmet hit here.
And we'll see what the call is here from the head referee. It was from the very back referee. He was very far from the action. Not sure what the consensus will be here.
Personal foul. Return team, number 82, unnecessary roughness, 15 yards after the field goal, first.
So that's going to be a personal foul here on the Yellowjackets, and that personal foul is going to be on Elijah E.J. Bradshaw of the Yellowjackets. Not sure what altercation occurred down there, but anyhow, it will put the West Virginia State Yellowjackets on the 10-yard line here to start their offensive set, as Jasper Jude will head back out onto the field again for the Yellowjackets.
Last offensive possession, they were just content with running the ball. I would imagine that's going to be the strategy from here on out. But if you play it too conservative, you open the door for Concord to try to make a comeback.
Jasper Jude with the snap, hands off here to Garmin. Garmin with it. Garmin will be brought down, and he'll only get about 1 or 2 yards there, as that'll bring up second down here for the Yellowjackets.
Garmin on the carry. Tackle on the play by Zach Malone. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8.
So a 2nd and 8 here for the Yellow Jackets. Jude in the backfield here with Garmin. Two receivers, two Jude's right, two to his left. Garmin staying in the backfield here as Jude will get the snap, and he'll hand it off again here to Garmin. Garmin with it. Garmin nowhere to go, is brought down, and he'll get about 4 or 5 yards on that pickup, just short of the first down, as that will bring up 3rd and about 1 yard.
Since it's 3rd and 1,
Gain of 6 brings
I
up
would
3rd
maybe
down and
bring
2.
in Wilkins to pick up the 1 yard, but I understand he just took a big hit and you don't want to risk that happening again. So
3rd and 2 here for the Yellow Jackets. 6 minutes remaining. 6 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in the game, as Jude will stay there with Garmin. Jude in the shotgun. Jude will get the snap. Jude will give the handoff, fakes the handoff to Garmin, as Jude's going to get the first down. As a good fake there by Jude, will get the first down, about a 4-yard gain here for Garmin, as that'll move the chains, and the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets will continue their possession and continue to eat up clock.
yeah, that first down is huge for the offense of the Yellow Jackets.
Jude in the pistol, fakes the snap now as the Concord defense will adjust. Jude dropping back again into the pistol formation. Jude will get the snap and the handoff there to Garmin, as Garmin is wrapped up right at the line and brought down,
Garmin on the carry.
as it'll be no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 here for the Yellow Jackets.
Concord has understood what the Yellow Jackets are trying to do here, but they only have 2 timeouts. And still down by 28 with under 6 minutes to go now, it pretty much seems improbable.
2nd and 9 here for the Yellow Jackets. Jude still in the game. In the pistol formation, 2 receivers to Jude's right, 1 to his left. As Jude will take the snap, the handoff here to Garmin, as he was able to hang onto the ball. I'm not sure how that ball was not stripped. It was big time contact in there, but anyhow, Garmin will push ahead for about 3 or 4 yards, as that'll bring up 3rd down here for the Yellow Jackets. And Brian, you wonder why the Yellow Jackets have not elected to at least let Jasper Jude throw the ball once or twice.
3 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Well, I think they're just trying to end this game as quickly as possible. I mean, you don't want to risk your quarterbacks getting hurt no matter what string they are. You know, I think they're doing the right thing here.
Jude now with Garmin in the backfield. Jude will give the handoff once again to Garmin. Garmin with it. Garmin breaking free, breaking 2 tackles, almost 3. Finally wrapped up at about the 45 or 46 yard line.
That'll be good.
That'll be a first down here for the Yellow Jackets as they continue to eat up clock and gain yardage.
It's amazing to have him as a backup running back. Of course, you have Khalil Wilkins, and then having him come in after him is just, it's ridiculous.
Wilkins, Lucas, Garmin, so many offensive weapons here at running back for the Yellow Jackets, as Jude will just look to take up as much of the play clock now as with 6, 5, 4, 3. We may see a timeout here, as now we're going to see a timeout here from Coach Pennington. And as they take a timeout here on the field, we'll take a timeout in the booth. West Virginia State still leading by a score of 52-24. Take a quick break. Come back with us here in Institute.
Timeout.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California, and I chose state because I wanted a small school. It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want. I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist. Once you choose state,
you're gonna love state. Find your passion
at wvstateu.edu.
Following today's game, to watch the volleyball team take on West Virginia. First serve is at 5 p.m.
And welcome back here to Lake and Field at Dickerson Stadium. As West Virginia State with a timeout. A few young guns in here for the Yellowjackets as they're leading by a score of 52-24. And only 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this game. The Yellowjackets have played excellent football through this entire game.
Yes, they have, and they've done it on the ground, piling up over 400 yards rushing on the day.
Great job by the Yellowjackets, and you got to credit the line also, Brian. The line looking exceptional today, opening those holes for the backs of the Yellowjackets now as Jude in the pistol formation gets it, and the handoff there to Garmin. Garmin with it. Garmin hits still on his feet as he'll go to the right side edge and finally brought down at the original line of scrimmage.
Cunningham on the carry.
Might have even picked up a half yard. That in itself is quite the feat after what he just managed to do.
So that'll bring up second down here for the Yellowjackets. Clock still winding down at this point. So the Yellowjackets just looking to eat as much time as they can. Leading 52-24.
Gain of 1 brings up second down and 9.
As the Yellowjackets will most likely to elect to continue to run the ball here on 2nd and 9. So now Jude in the pistol formation. As Jude will call for the ball, the snap, the handoff again to Garmin. Garmin getting a little bit of a hole, still on his feet, and falls forward for a gain of about 4 yards. That'll bring up third and short here for the Yellowjackets.
On the carry. Tackle led by Jeremy Nelson.
Yellowjackets still content running the football. 2.5 minutes left here. Third down and 5. If they pick up this first down, it'd probably be game over.
Gain brings up
2.5 minutes, just under 2.5 minutes remaining now. As Jude will call out to the line, the offensive play here is still in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to Jude's left, 1 to his right. As Jude will take the snap and the handoff here to Garmin. Garmin pushing forward, and he will be short of the first down, but not by much, as about 1 yard short, as that'll bring up 4th down, and I'm sure the Yellowjackets will just elect to leave the offense on the field and go for it, as indeed they will.
Line of the Mountain Lions. Brings up 4th down and short.
Just can't say enough of how the Yellowjackets offense have been able to execute running the football, play action pass, throwing it just straight down the field without the play action. Anything and everything has just went the Yellowjackets' way today.
So 4th and 2 here as Jude will get the ball, the handoff there to Garmin. He fakes it, he keeps it, and he will get the first down as he'll get about 3 yards on that pickup, as that will move the chains. As Jasper Jude with 2 conversions so far on this possession, as he converted once on 3rd down and now on 4th.
That'll be good enough for a Yellowjacket first down.
That'll bring up a first down with about a minute remaining in this one.
Yeah, at this point, you can just kneel it a couple times and it'll be game over. See if that's what they elect to do here.
So now under a minute remaining in this one. As a little bit of miscommunication here as the snap and the kneel there by Jude, as that will spell the end here as the play clock. And not sure, there may be a little discrepancy here, but it doesn't seem to be so now, as both teams will head onto the field for the handshake. So West Virginia State going to get a big win today here at home. They win by a score of 52-24, and offense definitely shining. All the backs for West Virginia State. 2 touchdowns for A.J. Barrett, 2 for Garmin, and 1 for Khalil Wilkins, as the West Virginia State offense just played exceptional today here in Institute.
And back-to-back weeks. 61 points last week, 52 this week. Offense is just playing at an unbelievable rate right now. Defense really stepped up this week, so it's a real bright spot for the Yellowjackets right now.
West Virginia State will improve to 4-3, and Concord will fall to 1-6. West Virginia State is 3-3 in conference play so far, and Concord will be 1-6 in conference play. Anyhow, thank you for joining us here today, as West Virginia State will get the win by a score of 52-24. We'll see you here next time, and as we always say, go State.